Welcome to EtherLink AI Insights. I'm Alex, and today we're diving into something that's reshaping how enterprises operate across the globe. Our topic, AI agents and Agentic AI development, the Enterprise Guide for 2026. Sam, this is a massive shift we're seeing, isn't it?
Absolutely, Alex. We're past the point where AI agents are nice-to-have experimental projects. McKinsey Data shows organizations are already seeing 35 to 40% productivity gains in knowledge work. By 2026, Gartner predicts 80% of enterprise applications will have agentic components built in. That's not incremental, that's a complete architectural transformation.
Wow! So this isn't just about chatbots doing customer service anymore. What exactly separates a modern AI agent from, say, a traditional automated system or a chatbot?
Great question. Chatbots wait for you to ask them something, then they respond. AI agents are fundamentally different. They operate autonomously, they remember context, and they make intelligent decisions without waiting for a human prompt. They combine natural language understanding, reasoning logic, access to tools and data, and continuous learning from feedback. Anthropics research identified 5 critical components: perception, reasoning, memory management, action execution, and feedback integration. Each one is a design challenge.
So, we're essentially giving AI systems the ability to think for themselves and act on their own. That power creates responsibility, though, especially in regulated regions like Europe. Tell us about the EU AI Act compliance piece.
This is where governance becomes non-negotiable. The EU AI Act went into effect in August 2024, with full compliance deadlines rolling through 2026. It classifies AI systems into 4 risk buckets: prohibited, high risk, limited risk, and minimal risk. Most enterprise AI agents land in the high or limited risk categories, which means significant compliance obligations.
What kind of obligations are we talking about? Because I imagine for a global company, compliance could get complex fast.
You nailed it. For high-risk systems, you're looking at comprehensive impact assessments before deployment, transparent logging so you can audit everything the agent does, mandatory human oversight protocols with documented decision trails, and continuous monitoring for performance and bias issues. The European Commission estimates about 15% of AI systems in Europe will be classified as high risk. These aren't checkbox exercises, they're fundamental operational requirements.
That sounds resource-intensive. How should enterprises actually approach implementing agentic systems? Are there different models depending on the use case?
Yes, there are 3 primary paradigms. First, autonomous agents. They handle defined tasks with minimal intervention, like automating customer support or data processing. Second, collaborative agents that work alongside human teams, offering recommendations and handling routine work while humans make high-stakes decisions. Third, agentic workflows, multiple agents coordinating to solve complex problems that no single agent could tackle alone.
So it's really about matching the agent's autonomy level to the business context and risk profile. What's the underlying technology stack that makes all this possible?
Modern agentic systems rely on 3 key architectural pieces. Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG, gives agents real-time access to fresh data without retraining the base model. Multi-context protocol servers standardize how agents connect to external tools and systems, and advanced language models, the LLMs, serve as the cognitive engine powering reasoning and decision-making. These layers have to work seamlessly together for production-grade reliability.
You mentioned production-grade reliability. That's critical. What are enterprises getting wrong when they first attempt to build or deploy these systems?
One huge mistake is treating agents like traditional software. They're not. You can't just deploy once and forget. Agents operate in dynamic environments, they learn from feedback, and they can degrade over time if you're not actively monitoring them. Another mistake is underestimating governance complexity. Companies often focus entirely on technical implementation and then discover, months in, that they can't meet compliance requirements because they didn't design for auditability and transparency from day one.
So governance has to be baked in from the start, not bolted on later. What about cost? Building and maintaining these systems at enterprise scale must be expensive.
It absolutely can be, but there are real cost optimization strategies. First, start with narrow, well-defined tasks. Don't try to build a universal agent handling 50 different workflows. Second, use RAG strategically. It's much cheaper to update data than to retrain models. Third, leverage open-source tools and frameworks where they fit your security and compliance requirements. And fourth, be intentional about when you need full autonomy versus human-in-the-loop designs.
So scope matters a lot. Let me ask you this. What should CIOs and enterprise leaders be thinking about right now if they haven't started exploring Agentic AI?
3 things. 1. Start a compliance audit now. Understand which of your existing systems will be high risk under the EU AI Act and what governance gaps exist. 2. Build a pilot project, something low stakes but meaningful, so your team learns the operational realities. 3. Invest in your governance infrastructure in parallel with technical development. The companies winning in 2026 aren't the ones moving fastest. They're the ones who integrated compliance and governance from day one.
That's pragmatic advice. Let's bring it home. What's the one thing you want listeners to understand about AI agents and enterprise transformation?
AI agents aren't replacing human judgment. They're augmenting it with tireless pattern recognition, vast information synthesis, and 24/7 availability. The competitive advantage goes to organizations that orchestrate human-agent collaboration effectively. That means thoughtful governance, intentional design, and genuine compliance, not just survival.
Beautifully put, Sam. For our listeners who want to go deeper into cost optimization strategies, real-world case studies, and the specific governance frameworks separating leaders from laggards, the full guide is available on our website. Head over to etherlink.ai and find the complete article on AI agents and Agentic AI development. Thanks for joining us on EtherLink AI Insights.